Where do you start if you've never applied to a job in the UK? So we're going to go through 7 steps. Obviously, I could go into plenty of detail, and that's what we do in our bespoke coaching program. But I just want to give you a rough idea, plus we've got lots of free tools and suggested tools for you to use. So step 1 is complete your CV. Really, you can't go anywhere until you've done your CV. And in this course, in the interview success system, you will have the cracking CV template and guidelines, which is the same template and guidelines that we would use with our clients. The reason we use this is because it's clear and it's to the point, and you can also find out more in our job search tools. For example, using something like JobScan to match your CV to the keywords that are being searched for in a job description from application tracking systems. A quick bit of advice about CVs: just get it done. If you need to, just pay a professional to have a look at it for you. It's really not that expensive to get your CV done. There are plenty of free resources and tools. I also really like zety.com. They've got some really good articles, a lot of value over on their site. The point of the matter is, if you really struggle with written English, just pay somebody to do it for you, or pay somebody to edit it for you. You could find somebody on Fiverr, on Upwork. It really doesn't cost a lot of money. But stop thinking about if you don't know how, you don't need to learn how to do it. Just find someone who's really good at it and knows how, and pay them to do it. That's the quickest way to go about it. Step 2, get an application plan. So see me over in the screen share when I'm going to go through step 2, get an application plan, and step 3, online test practice. Step 2, get an application plan. So I want to show you, this is a free download. You can access it in the button below, which is the Tier 2 sponsors and the Times Top 100. I felt like this was a really helpful way to get you started. We have 83 different companies in all different industries, from accounting and professional services. And I said how many graduate jobs they had, given you the link to apply to, starting salary, and even the entry requirements, so whether it's a 2-1, a 2-2, and so on and so forth. So this is something that you can use this to start off with, because I just wanted to give you a place where you might think, well, I don't really know what companies to apply to. I'm not really sure what to do. I know that there are similar lists online from a couple of other places, but none of them have basically just been presented in a spreadsheet with the applications, so you can just go off and get started. These are from the 100 biggest Times employers, so they're most likely. You can see here PwC are going to take 1,350, KPMG taking 1,200, HSBC taking over 1,000 staff. These are the people who are going to have visas and are going to have jobs. So definitely looking to apply for these sorts of companies. And then step 3 is practicing online tests. We recommend Job Test Prep. We use it with all of our clients. There are certainly other providers out there like Graduates First and Assessment Day. I know Graduates First is used by a lot of universities. We've always used Job Test Prep because they've got over 550 tests. They're also the oldest as well, so they're 28 years old, and we just found them to be really super value. If you're wondering how much it is, so it couldn't be easier to sign up. It's been taken by over 1 million test takers, and they've got over 500 of these prep packs, and also employer specific. Works out to be £39 for a week, £49 for a month, £69 for 3 months. Personally, we always buy £69 because the chances are you're going to be practicing for more than a month. So yeah, that's just our advice for that. And I'll just give you a little look inside. So this is inside one of our accounts, and it couldn't be easier. All you do is these are all the prep packs we've already added. Click add prep pack, and then I just want to kind of give you an idea of the scale, because nobody has the same number of tests as Job Test Prep. So this is just for graduate. You can see all the different companies here, and it goes on and on. Vodafone, FDM, Top Graduate Employers, Royal Mail, Devere, and I think they're just here, I reckon there's at least 60 different prep packs, and that's just for graduate. Also, what we really like about it is you can, for example, search SHL, you could search Connexa, you could search Cut-E, you can search all the top providers. So definitely, and also there is a link straight to Job Test Prep under this video, so you can go and buy it straight away. And of course, with the practice, you're looking to practice 1 or 2 tests a day if you can, and you're trying to get at least 80%.
Step 4, sending applications. So basically now you're ready. You've got your application plan, your CV is done. Of course, if you need to do a cover letter, then included within the interview success system is our killer cover letter course, which is super useful. It's got a 1-page template for you. It's also got 6 really short videos. I think I explained the whole thing in less than 20 minutes if you're really pressed for time, and it's going to save you hours. I know that a lot of people who speak to me say that writing cover letters is really one of the things they least look forward to in the whole process. So when you're sending out applications, you should, and we talk about this in what companies to apply to, but you will see the tier 2 sponsorship list that we provided, and those, I believe, 83 companies from the Times Top 100 apply. So, make sure you've gone to all the links, found out all the deadlines, and then start applying. Send out 2, 3, 5 applications a week. And I would really suggest chunking this. So if you can, set aside 2 or 3 hours where you can just go through and do applications one after the other. Because if you do it in a consistent period of time, you're going to find it much easier to do. It's kind of like going to the gym for 10 minutes. Nobody does that, right? You're going to go to the gym for an hour to get all your work out, and then you're going to go. You're not going to go for 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and you're certainly not going to be able to find a groove or find a rhythm. So you should be sending out your applications. The next thing you need to do is all the time you should be looking for weekly vacancies. So you can find that there's a link below to our job research tools, which is a guide, and also we've provided a link in the description to, we've provided over 40 tools and links and useful resources for finding a job, which is specifically for international students. And really what you want to be doing is making sure you're trying to find vacancies which have been advertised within the last 7 days. For me, the most effective way I found of doing that is if I was looking for an audit graduate role, I would type in audit graduate vacancy into Google. Then when it popped up, I would click create alert, which you can find at the top, and then you can have that sent to your inbox every day. So every time there's a new vacancy that comes up, that email gets sent through to your inbox, and then you can basically go check it against one of our tools like sponsortier2.com. Do they sponsor? Great, let's get the application done. Because remember that the analogy that we had before, you'd rather be the first 1,000 people competing for 250 jobs than the last 10,000 competing for 25 jobs. While you're doing this, the next step, kind of step 6, is you want to start getting your interview practice in at the same time. So you're practicing for online tests, because for many companies, when you send an application, you may automatically be asked to do an online test. Most of them say within 5 to 7 working days. And of course, the quicker you can do the test, the quicker you can push on your application process. And you want to be getting your interview practice as well. For example, recently I had a client who applied for a big insurance and investment consulting firm, and they asked to complete a video interview within 48 hours. So it gives you an idea that if you're not prepared, then you're going to really struggle to do that. And the best way, of course, that you can use that and do that is using all the tools that I've laid out for you in the interview success system. It's all there for you, whether you want to prepare in 30 minutes, do your English, write out some script. There's something there for you to practice for half an hour a day. And lastly, we come on to assessment centre practice. Now, this is currently something for us which is in the works, and hopefully we're going to be releasing sometime in 2021. But in the meantime, what I recommend is, go out and find some case studies. A lot of the digital assessment centres that are being held right now, they're really going to all be about case studies, written exercises. There's going to be a limitation on group exercises because it's really difficult to do. I had a client recently who actually sat a group discussion online, and she found it to be really chaotic and badly organised because, of course, in a room full of people, everybody can speak or nobody can speak. But on Zoom, only one person can speak unless that setting has changed. So what it means is that person speaks, and then what happened with that client who was dealing with a global manufacturer, she just found that one person just kept hogging the conversation. Even when the assessor said, look, you're talking too much, you need to give other people a chance, she just ignored him and just kept talking and talking. So with the assessment centre practice, like a couple of ideas, get some case studies online. There are quite a few free resources out there. I wouldn't say they're of the highest quality, but there's something that you can do. Get your friends involved, try and do case studies under time. The key with assessment centres, and actually the whole process, if you think about it, is completing tests under time. So if you can create a realistic environment where, say, you write and complete and do a presentation for a case study in half an hour, then that's really good practice. So those are the 7 basic steps to go from start to going to get a job in the UK, which is 1, complete your CV, 2, get an application plan, 3, practice your online tests with job test prep, 4, sending applications, 5, weekly vacancy searching, 6, practicing your interviews, and 7, practicing for assessment centres.